Talk. My name is Carina Lieu, and today we are interviewing Aracely Garza, also known as Shelly. Welcome, Shelly.
Hi, how you doing, Carina? Thank you so very much for allowing me to chat with you today.
You know, you play such a big, important role in the city, so I want to give you a chance to introduce yourself. Aracely, as somebody who's been with the city for over 25 years.
Yes.
If you were to tell your story and write your book about what it's been like to be here, where would you start?
You know, I would start when I brought myself and my 5 kids to the city of Oakland. My mom was here and she called me and she says, "You have to come to Oakland. The politics are amazing. Get here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I was in Florida at the time. I said, "Okay." So I got to Oakland. When I got to Oakland, I knew I was home. I told my babies, "Okay, this is it. This is where we're going to stay. This is going to be home for us." And you know, I've made a home. That's where I would start my story. When I first brought myself and my 5 babies, they were from 12 all the way down to 11 months. When I brought them here to the city of Oakland, that's where I would start my story.
Yeah. And you've raised 5 children here in the city of Oakland. If your children were to hear kind of you gift them something, like what would the legacy that you've passed down to them be as somebody who's been a public servant, a mom, and now a grandmother? What would your legacy be for them?
I've always taught them to work really hard, enjoy life, honor God, but most of all, respect people. Everyone. Respect everyone like you want to be respected. You never know who that one person is going to be that you don't help. You never know who, you know, will be that one person that will help you. Right. So I've always taught them that, to move forward and honor their mom and do it in a way that I've honored them as my children. I mean, I have the best kids ever. Yeah. 3 sons and 2 daughters and 16 grandbabies. And my legacy for them is to enjoy life, love life, but most of all respect everyone around them and respect themselves.
I love that. I love that because that reminds me of the Oakland Love Life motto. That's pretty much what our city is about. You are clearly a leader in your family, bringing everyone here and raising all your children and your grandchildren. And then your role here at the city is a little bit more behind the scenes, right? Can you tell us a little bit about your role and how long you've been doing it and what your job entails?
So I'm an executive assistant for the city administrator. I started that way back when in 2000. The role for the city is just making sure that our city functions. You know, being an executive assistant is not an easy role because you deal with internal and external. All of the partners that we have in the community, they come through me. All of my colleagues and all of the directors and everyone that is needing or wanting a space with the administrator, they come through me. Yeah. So it's being able to shuffle all of that and do it with a smile and be really nice.
Yeah.
And I'm naturally a nice person already, but I think the one thing I could probably say that would really, I love my job. I love absolutely everything about being an executive assistant. So to me, working and juggling everything, it's something fun for me. Everything is every single day is a different day. And even though, you know, they say bureaucracy is the longest process, but I try to make it a good day every day for me. And it's not an easy task. It's not for the faint of heart, but because I enjoy it, it's fun.
It's beautiful.
It's a good job.
Yeah. So being a person who's been behind the scenes, like what makes you want to sit in front of the camera and tell your story today?
I think that the reason why, I mean, a lot of times people forget that even though we are behind the scenes I mean, we don't need notoriety when we're behind the scenes. We don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. But I think a lot of times people forget that we are human as well. We do have feelings, and we do make mistakes. I'm a person, if I make a mistake, I own up to it. And, you know, that is what kind of drove me to say, yeah, you know what, I will tell my story. I will let people know that, you know, the city runs a little bit better because I'm supportive of everyone. I don't care what department you are. I'm supportive of you. And I'm not going to say, no, I can't do this. I'm going to say, let me see how I can help you. And if I can't help you, let me find someone that can. Right. That's important to me.
Yeah, it's all the parts that make the whole, right? And it's really important to celebrate everyone.
That's right.
Along the way.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you. When you arrived in the early 90s, you said that you fell in love with the city. Was there anything in particular? What made you fall in love, and why did it make you want to stay and dedicate all these years of living here?
So when I first came, my mom had a ballet folklorico, a Mexican folklore dance troupe. And so the reason why I fell in love was because I was able to help the kids, able to start helping the children be more open, have an ability to be a little more vocal. And the kids started me loving the city, but the diversity and the people helped me fall in love with the city.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's hear a little bit more about that when we come right back from this break. Welcome back to Town Talk. Today's guest is Shelly Garza. And Shelly was just telling us about diversity in Oakland and what kept her here. Shelly, please continue to tell us, what were some of the reasons why you decided to stay in Oakland?
The kids, I mean, there was nothing for them to do at that time. And so my mom and I had a ballet folklorico group. And we started them, you know, dancing or going to events. And we started seeing the need for more and more. The diversity in the city is what made me fall in love with it. You can go one block over and smell this beautiful different cuisine or different smells. You can go down another street and it's such a beautiful city. You know, I loved raising my children here. I loved them. It's not an easy city. I mean, I'd be lying if I tell you. It's not an easy city. It toughens you up, but it makes you humble and it makes you understand the world around you. That is what has kept me falling in love with the city. You know, my children are still here. I have some that have moved on, but there's some that are still here. 3 of them are still here. And they absolutely, you see their character and they know, and they'll say it. I'm from the town. I don't care where I live in the Bay Area. I'm from the town. Right. And they are strong-willed, strong, hardworking people. And best of all is they have the best character. And I attribute that to our city, to Oakland. It builds character.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know, town biz all the way.
Yeah, town biz all the way.
We love Oakland. Having worked for the city administrator's office. You've worked for how many city administrators now?
6 now.
6 different city administrators.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear, what is your observation about the characteristics of a leader? Like, what are some of the best characteristics of a leader that you've seen over the last 6 city administrators?
City administrators are very cerebral. They think about everything all at once. They're the best managers at managing that ability for them. I would say the best characteristic that I have seen is in a city administrator is the ability to be and bring people together. and help them understand that even though there's change coming, that he's their best leader and champion. And that takes a special kind of a person. Not everybody can do that. Not everyone will have a group of people follow them just because. You have to have that strength, and you have to have that honesty, and you have to be forthcoming. You have to be able to let the rest of, in this case, our staff, the rest of the city employees, know and understand that he is here to work with us, to make change, but to do it for the best and the benefit of the whole entire city, not just to the employees, but the whole entire city. Yeah. Leaders in that position, you know, it's a big lift. Yeah. It's not an easy lift for them. And, you know, their characteristics are, I mean, I love my job, like I said. They're fun, and I just have to get to know them quick. And I think that that's been my best asset for them, is that I can help them maneuver especially new ones that are coming in. I can help them maneuver through what is needed. Yeah.
What is some of the advice that you tend to give city administrators especially when they're new, or they're new to Oakland? What is like some advice that you like to give them?
Oh. Well, you know, they already come with their mindset. I don't know that I give them advice. I think what I do is I show them that I am supportive, and I show them that my loyalty lies with the administration. I think that is the thing that they actually see from me. Right. I don't know that I can give an administrator advice other than, you know, don't schedule for yourself. You know, don't schedule for yourself. Right. And, you know, but I don't know that I can give them that strong advice. I think what I do is I show them support. And I show them that, you know, I'm not here to be against them. I'm here to work with them and to make their office and the administration look as good as possible. Right.
And that's so important because, like you said, a leader is they play such an important job. They're out there, they're vulnerable, but then they also have to be strong. And so knowing that your role as the executive assistant is to be that, to show the loyal support, that can really help them feel like confident that they have what they need to get their job done.
That's correct, especially when they're coming from out of the city, you know, or even if they're here. You know, I've had a couple administrators that were from another state, you know, and I've had some that are from here and been here. You have to play a juggling act to make sure that their personalities fit you. I mean, in all honesty, if I don't believe in my administrator, I won't waste my administrator's time by working with my administrator. I will move on. That part. I won't do it because I want to be able to sleep at night. I want to be able to represent them properly, and I want to be able to know that the people that trust me as a city employee know that the person that I'm working with trusts them as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your honesty, Shelly. Coming right up, we are going to hear more about Shelly and her contributions to the city of Oakland. We'll be right back.
Special events are part of Oakland's vibrant and diverse cultural activities, street festivals, galas, night markets, and business corridor activations. The City of Oakland is making it easier for communities to activate their neighborhoods. Producers of special events are able to submit special event permit applications digitally. The online process includes permits for sound, street closures, and Fire Prevention Bureau inspections where applicable, all within one application. Applicants also have the option to pay fees online or in person.
So the new City of Oakland permitting process, I think, has been a godsend for Oakland event organizers. To be able to have a one-stop shop to move through the process and build the relationships needed to get all of the different departments in support of the production has been really key for organizers and the community to pull together these free, family-friendly events on a budget it's something that allows these neighborhoods to really showcase the arts, the culture, the soul of Oakland.
Our new special event permit application is available at oaklandca.gov/services/apply for a special events permit.
Welcome back to Town Talk. Today we're speaking with Shelly Garza. Shelly, it's been so wonderful to hear about your experience working with city administrators.
Thank you.
But you've also had a role in helping to pass legislation. Can you tell us a little bit about the legislation that you passed and what inspired you to do it?
Ooh, that's a big one. That was fun. That was when I worked for Councilmember Henry Chang in the years of where Ignacio de la Fuente was on council, and we had a lot of other council members. My mom is a community activist in the Fruitvale, and we were having a lot of trouble with vendors getting their fruit, and there's fruit vendors at the time, getting their fruit thrown out by the health department. The vendors came to my mom and says, can you help us? And my mom and I put our heads together. What can we do? We started working with them to have a co-op and be able to bring them together. In the end, the health department was our biggest ally. Fast forward to now, we had vendors that were okay within Alameda County, but the city is like, wait, now we have vendors that are popping up. What can we do? Since I worked with council, we ended up putting together the first ordinance to allow fruit vendors or food vendors in the city of Oakland, and it started in District 5.
Wow.
So now that you see all of the vendors in the little corners with their carts and the taco trucks, even though they were around but they weren't permitted, we had a big impact in allowing them to legally vend or with a permit vend in the city of Oakland.
Wow.
And they brought, revenue to the city.
Yeah.
They pay for their city permits and they're able to vend. And that was a big deal. In that, we started a commercial kitchen to also help them. We have helped, in the 20 years, we have helped, without exaggeration, over 10,000 small employees.
Wow. And we're talking about like recent newcoming, like families that are just kind of looking for a way to stand up their business so that they can support their families. Like
That's correct. In the 20 years since the ledge started, since it was put together, our family worked with the community. It was my mom and I started, then my brother and my sister-in-law took over, and now it's my son and his wife. So it's a family business that we started and we continued, and that came from the legislation for vendors.
Wow. That's amazing, because I would say that that is a very strong characteristic of Oakland community, like especially when you're going through the Fruitvale District 5 and you see the vendors. It's like very much the part of the fabric.
That's right.
And what year was that?
Oh my goodness, in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's been many years that obviously it's changed a lot now, but we were, and what I like to call them is the pioneers. The first 23 fruit vendors were the pioneers that started all of that. It's 23 little fruit vendors that started.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
Amazing. And your mom was in it and now your children are in it.
Yeah, it's a family business. We started it as a family business. So that way they can continue to help not only the family, but help families. And we have vendors that started in a little table, and now their children are taking the business over, and their children are now going to college. They pay for college, they pay for universities, just out of being vendors.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Talk about paying it forward and
That's
continuing to pay it forward.
That's right.
And I think that's the Oakland spirit too, right there.
See,
Yeah,
it really
each one,
is.
we all help each other, we all teach each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we continue to do it, and that's important to me.
Yeah.
I guess that's part of the legacy that I want to leave, right?
Yeah. You're already leaving it.
That's right.
Beautiful. What would be What would you say would be your most cherished moment working at City Hall?
Ooh. I think, it sounds corny, but every single day I cherish every single day because I learn lessons every single day. But I think returning after 10 years from being gone from working with the city, this time around, I think is cherished for me. This new 10-year stint, I think, is cherished for me. I enjoy, even though the fabric is different now, but I'm really enjoying my time with old friends and new friends.
Yeah.
I don't have one, it's just every day.
And along the time that you've been here, did anyone in particular help you along your journey? Did you have any mentors, any coworkers particularly stand out in helping you?
My first city administrator, Robert Bob, has always been a big mentor of mine. Council member De La Fuente has always been a big mentor of mine. My children are mentors to me every day because I learn from them every day. I think my mom is a big mentor of mine because I've learned from her every single day. I don't know that I have one mentor. I think that I learn from everyone. Right. Every single person that has come into my life teaches me something. And I'm able to pay that forward or take a little tidbit from everyone and be able to share it with someone else. I don't have one. The biggest mentor would be Robert Bob, Ignacio de la Fuente, but every single day, I think everyone is a mentor to me because I can learn from them and in turn, I can be a mentor to others. Right. I always enjoy being able to share information. I don't keep the information. I share information. If somebody needs help, they can call me. Yeah. I always tell folks, I'm approachable. Just call me. I'll give you the information. I don't hide it. Just feel free. And that, I think that is a part of mentoring and receiving mentorship.
Well, that's the mark of a true leader, somebody who can learn and who always is in a position to share knowledge. So we are at the time to wrap up. Okay. I want to thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing your story, your dedicated years of service, and continuing to lead us in ways that we really need. So thank you so much, Shelly.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for joining us today at Town Talk. We so appreciate you joining us. Have a great one. We'll see you next time.